So you talked about like wanting to fix his shot, and I wrote about, Tatum's jumper, like, is Tatum a good shooter / does it actually matter? And the point of it was like, this is such a small sample size. This has been elite.
Let me cut you off and ask you something. When you did your research, did you realize that really it was only highly contested jump shots? That was the only thing he was struggling with.
Of course. Mate, you're on the right podcast. We've been talking about.
Again, I think he was at like a 10.5% on highly contested jump shots. He was shooting 38% on everything else. So the only thing was highly contested jump shots he wasn't making, which 99% of the time, it's crazy. I'm texting him after the game, stop settling. You're so good at getting
Yes.
I'm getting yelled at for he can't make these settled threes, and I'm yelling at him to not take the settled threes. Like, we're on the same fucking page. Like, you know what I mean? And he knows it, but he's also, when you're so good, he has made so many big shots, because there were some ill-advised shots in game 6 against the Sixers that got him going. Most people would have said, don't shoot contested fadeaway shots over Joel Embiid after you started the game, whatever he was, 1 for 15 or whatever it was. It might have been worse. But guess what? Then he turned it up. He won in game 6 and then had a 51-point game in game 7. So that's the thing that I think is so amazing to me, is like, he just shows up in big moments. The narrative that he wasn't clutch that was floating around for a little bit was one of the dumbest arguments.
Insane.
He had a 50-point game in a play-in game against the Wizards.
Yep.
He's had a 51-point game in a game 7. He's